I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I'm Levi.
And I'm too cool for school.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, before we started recording, he was putting on some filter shades from the Zoom auto filters, and he was looking real fresh, you know. Yeah.
I'd left
but
them
you
on,
can't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told him, I warned him, I said, nobody's going to be able to see him because you're recording yourself, and he got real sad.
You should have... You should have let me think that it was going to record them until right at the end of the episode and go, hey, idiot, just so you know, everyone can see what you're doing.
I don't have that much forethought.
That would have been great.
I'll remember that for next time. By the time
next time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what?
There won't be a next time with a filter. We're going to record again in like 5 days. It's all right.
No, he's going to forget, and it'll be fine.
I do have the memory of goldfish.
Yeah. So, yeah. What Patreon people we got today?
Oh, yeah. We'd like to thank Adam Pacino, Mark Stadler, Kylie Gangwish, Colby Jordan, Colton Zamersla, and Chantel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to be one of those people, follow the links in the link tree, and you can find the Patreon there. You can find all the other stuff. You can find whatever, social media apparatus you choose to use, as well as the YouTube. Things been popping off on the YouTube lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you leave a comment, we'll read it. And this week, comment section is sponsored by Kylie, as always. She's going, hey, I like it because it's just like a stream of consciousness as she's listening to the episode. And like part of me is like, man, I wish she would like timestamp some stuff, and she does every now and then.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's just we just have to try and remember what we were talking about. So it's a pretty interesting time. We also have I keep wanting to say RW Wales because it's our Wales, but whatever. New intro's dope. Hey. And then Kylie also responded. She said, I just started the video, so I don't know if Levi says anything, but he made it himself. And then I replied to her from the account, said, I do say that. So if you're watching, you've seen it. If you're listening, go watch it. It's pretty cool. It's for a class, and honestly, I abandoned that one because I had to make a new one from scratch. So work, but it looks cool, so that's cool. Up next, we have Kylie again. She says, I have a sweater and can confirm it's comfy. What's she talking about? And in the link tree, you'll find the merch.
Oh.
And you can go to the merch, buy your own sweater. So, yeah. She also says, I totally got on Levi about videos for both podcasts of his with the laughing emoji. And I'm pretty sure that's about you being mad because I still haven't uploaded that one video. And honestly, at this point, like, it's saved in the drafts. All I have to do is hit publish, but I kind of just want to leave it off.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at this point, I don't think anyone would actually watch it because everything that we talk about is weeks old at this point.
Yeah.
But you should put more videos up of the Remedial Scholar.
Yeah. Well, my problem is that the video I was doing, it's so intensive to create because I have to funnel in pictures, like specifically, like I was putting in pictures as I was talking about the different things. It would probably be easier if I just left pictures on for way too long, but I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good way to do the video, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Fine.
I don't know.
Just-
There's
just
got to be a
don't.
better way to do it, but I don't know. If you have an idea or suggestion, if you wanna give a suggestion about how to do the video for my other podcast, comment on this video.
Don't you fucking dare! Don't you dare! These are west in the comment section below my face right here. These are west of nowhere comments only.
This is hollowed ground. Okay,
Yeah,
nobody will talk about that
hell
other podcast.
No, unless it's me going, I guess it's okay, and you should probably check it out because he does a lot of work and fucking whatever.
All right,
It's a really good show.
Kylie goes on to say, regarding the guy who fought that grizzly bear and lived,
Yeah.
said Rudy is 61 and went rounds with a grizzly bear and once round 2. Legend. Yeah, that, I mean, I wouldn't say he went rounds the first time because it kind of fucked him up and took his jaw off. But, listen, he's ready for round 2 whenever. And I hope it's a trilogy fight. Like, that seems to be the thing that everybody's doing now in every martial art sport, you know?
Well,
It's always
dude,
the trilogy fights.
It needs to be. So, like, so movie 1, you know, the bear one. Movie 2, Rudy will kind of win. Movie 3, another worse thing comes out, and Rudy and the bear must team up to take it down.
I like it.
Set aside their differences to win.
Yeah. No,
You know?
I like that idea.
Yeah, like,
We have too many good movie ideas to be giving them away for free, I think.
look, this is
man.
how we start our drug animal universe, right? Like, like,
Oh, Rudy fights the first one.
yeah, he fights the cocaine bear.
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
And then, yeah, because in movie 2, when he beats Cocaine Bear, he's technically Cocaine Bear on, you know, so on a sobriety kick. That's how he beats him.
Oh.
And in the third movie,
actually Cocaine Bear.
and in the third movie, Cocaine Bear relapses, but then Rudy helps him get clean, and they fight, you know, whatever the moose was, you know.
What was the Oh, it had rabies.
Yeah, yeah, rabies.
The
moose.
rabies moose. Yeah, that's frightening. Yeah, I mean, these are all great ideas. We need to stop giving them away for free, so I'm going to move on.
Wait a second. I gotta. So I guess on the island here, there is a moose, like a lone moose,
Oh, really?
that just like came to the island and never left. Well, a couple days ago, Natalie was talking to me, and she was like, "Did you know there's a moose loose on the island? It's just like destroying people's stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, he's been here for years." She's
Yeah.
like, "That's important information. You should probably tell me there's a moose loose on the island." And I was like, "What? What? Why? Like, why?"
That
like,
is important information. You got to tell me there's a moose loose.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's like warning kids about quicksand. Like, it's just not a real thing to be worried about.
Yeah, the fucking Bermuda Triangle and shit. Yeah, absolutely. Kylie also had something to say about the "Am I the Asshole" segment at the end. She
Okay.
said it depends on "Am I the Asshole?" because what if she was in the middle of something, her hands were busy? What if she was at her wit's end doing something for the kids? I definitely think you should pick these that are short enough to be able to read the backstory, because the titles are sometimes extremely misleading, as we found out.
Yeah.
If I'm able to, and those paper towels are 3 feet away from me, I will grab them. But if I'm in the middle of changing a diaper, or I have been abused by my toddler all day, I just need a little bit of compassion and help, sometimes from Elliot, to help me not break down into a million pieces. Very, yeah. There's a really well thought out answer.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was thinking. I'm like, yeah, I mean, we just don't have all of that context, and then he gave most of it that we needed. And I was like, okay, because I could have seen it either way up until we found out the girl was pregnant, and I was like,
Yeah.
ooh. Yeah. And then she responded, because I'm assuming we had finished and told that she was in fact pregnant. She said, "Oh, this man is such an asshole. He keeps digging himself a hole. I would have lost my absolute shit on that dude." Fair. And the last comment she has is, The Remedial Scholar may be better put together, but I definitely don't laugh near as much as I do watching that one as much as I do this one. So there you go, Shane.
Go.
Yeah.
You need me. You need the comedic relief, all right?
Is that what's happening?
Yeah. In the Remedial Scholar, you don't just have... You should get a laugh track of me laughing, and then whenever you do your little jokes, you should have me laugh, because, like, you laughing at your own jokes is not the same as me laughing at them.
I beg to differ. I think if there's one person reading stuff and they just start laughing, I think that's way more contagious than... Because you know that they were, like, trying to hold it together, and they're like, no, I couldn't get it out. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
No, you're right. It is funny.
Yeah. So yeah. What now? I suppose you want to talk about some. Stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about it, dude.
All right. Florida man found guilty of murdering wife after she refused to go on a home renovation TV show.
That's what she gets.
I want to end up on Extreme Home Makeover. I want Ty to yell at me through a megaphone. And you're holding me back from my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole? So this murder happened in 2018. He strangled and beat his wife to death after she refused to appear on a home renovation television show called Zombie House Renovations.
Oh.
I never heard of this one.
Yeah, it probably didn't make it to TV for obvious reasons.
Yeah. I mean, probably.
Dude, they should have did the episode anyway and sat her up, like, in her dead body in the corner, because it's called Zombie House Renovation. Just, like, set her dead body in there.
Like a weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah, dude. Throw some sunglasses on her? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They did, they were on the show, but she... they were having their home renovated and shit, but I guess at some point she was like, I'm done with it, and they had a big fight, and obviously he killed her.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's definitely the asshole.
He tried to clean up the crime scene before the police arrived. Yeah,
like you
good
do.
Call. Yeah. Like everybody wants to do. Yeah. So, kind of intense. I guess this guy's kind of a piece of shit on trial too. And in the interrogations, they said he had a major lack of remorse for his actions. So, which makes sense. Didn't cry ever.
They just got their house renovated, and she made him kill her. So I mean, of course he wouldn't feel bad about it. The house just got renovated, and then she ruined it.
Oh, sorry. They were in the midst of renovating.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so it was an ongoing thing. They never were featured on the show. They were doing the renovations themselves in hopes of pulling the show in, kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah, which makes more sense.
Okay.
I don't know. It's God, I can't think of any show that's very similar to that kind of aspect, where it's we're obviously not doing a good job. I need you to come in and finish it up, or
Yeah.
Or maybe it's featured. I can't tell. I didn't look at the show, so I'm sorry, but that's not the important part. I feel like the guy murdering his wife because she was get fucked is probably the bigger part of the story.
Yeah.
But it is just kind of wild that he's I just want to be on this TV show. So it kind of makes me think that maybe he just had a little bit of a psychiatric break, a little bit, right? Because if you're obsessing so much over this show that your wife telling you no leads you to kill her, I can't imagine things were relatively normal before that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, it sounds like to me they they probably had a deal oh yeah, we're gonna do this together, and then she probably started to slowly not do as much, and then she was just finally fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore, which she's allowed to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he murdered her for it, but yeah, I was watching something the other day, and this is gonna be super what ironic, I guess. Not ironic. I'll let you be the judge. I was watching this the other day where, like, in this day and age, everyone feels like they should be famous.
Oh yeah.
So like that, he was like, if I get on this show, then we can flip houses and make more money, and then we can be a house flipping couple that has our own TV show. You know, that's probably like where his train of thought was going.
Sure. So I looked it up, and the show is about house flippers who come in and quote unquote steal foreclosed homes, and they flip them and like help improve the neighborhoods that they're in.
Oh.
But I don't really understand how, because like that doesn't really fit. Like, how would this guy end up being on there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because you're living in it. I don't know. Seems weird. Are you trying to make the house look shitty so then they'll come in and go, well, we gotta fix it?
Maybe.
I don't know. This guy sounds like an idiot a little bit. Turns out the wife was not the asshole in this in this one. So yeah.
I think once you commit murder, I think you become the asshole regardless.
Yeah. No, I think that's a fair statement to make.
Unless she was like slowly poisoning him, you know, and we didn't know about that, and he figured it out and then murdered her.
There's a lady who did that.
Yeah, I know.
It was on like Snapped or something. I can't remember. All I remember is my mom watching it and me feeling really uncomfortable that she watched that stuff all the time.
Right.
Like
why are you watching so much game film? What are you preparing for?
What's happening, dude? Between like that, like she would watch like all of the crime and like investigation discovery type stuff.
Yeah.
Like just crime all the time. And then she loved the Lifetime movies channel.
Yeah.
Which is basically just an endless barrage of movies where the husband beats the wife and then she takes revenge on it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I'm like, what's happening? Am I safe? I don't know. I didn't feel like it, but it's fine.
Lifetime, because we can't call it the man-hating station.
That's what I used to call it when I was little. Gonna watch more man-hated channel or what? Yeah. There is something about what you were talking about, though. Is like people will do whatever they can to get famous, like even if it makes them look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been watching, I like while I'm working on stuff on the computer.
Yeah. Like
on the TV in the living room, I just turn on Catfish, and it just plays all day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's sometimes when people come out on there, just you can tell that they just came on there for clout, essentially. Like they thought they were doing something cool, and then the dude ends up making them look like a jackass or whatever. But it's like crazy. Like I would never, even if I wanted to be famous, I don't think I would ever go to that level of like, I'm gonna go out of my way to lie and deceive people, and then when I'm like, oh, there's this fucking famous TV show that reveals people in this situation, I'm going to go on and try to make myself look cool in this instance, and then proceed to just look like a total wackadoodle, you know?
Do you think that show has got to the point that Jerry Springer got to? You know, because like...
Oh, maybe, where they're like...
Because they just pay people to come do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like at a certain point, there's no way people are still falling for it like this drastically. And I could be wrong because I don't spend enough time in random chat rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But because I had a friend, and I think I've talked about it before, way back. I had a friend who literally got paid to go on Jerry Springer's show. She got $500 to go on there and pretend like her and her friend were fighting over one of their other friends.
Right.
And it was completely scripted. I feel like at a certain point, Catfish has got to, like every now and then, some of those episodes got to be fake.
Yeah. I think about that too, and I was talking to one of my friends about this the other day. It was like, just the evolution of how, specifically with our generation, how we kind of grew in adolescence with the way the internet was shaping. Like, granted, there was internet and the ability to be on the internet before we were teenagers, but like how much of the internet was geared towards teenagers as we were becoming teenagers was drastically different than it had ever been before.
Yeah.
Because the technology had advanced, right? And, you know, we were talking about, you know, MSN Messenger, the live chats, like, you just pop on there and, like, all of your friends BS, and then you'd all tell each other where to meet, and then you'd all ride your bike there, whatever. And then, as that kind of phased out, you had all of the different social media ones. And I remember being like, there's no way I'm talking to that person. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's just impossible. Like, a lot of, like, self-doubt and self-worth issues. But, like, honestly, 90% of the time they were catfish, right? And it's
Yeah.
like, there's no way. Why the fuck? And I was wondering, because I work with a lot of, you know, I work with 19, 20-year-olds at the store I work at. And their experience with the internet is got to be completely different than mine was, you know, because it's so, like, 10-year difference. And so I was like, I don't know if that still happens, but I can't imagine it doesn't, because you see it all the time. Like, I'll get a random, granted it's all scam-based, but, like, you'll get a random Facebook message or an Instagram message or whatever, and it's just somebody trying to steal either your data or your, you know, whatever, through a shitty link.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's going on, like, that used to be an email-only tactic, why wouldn't a normal person just be like, I'm lonely, I want to be... I want somebody to be nice to me and pretend to be somebody else, you know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah. But I think there's so many tools on the internet to prevent people from being put in that situation that I think they have to really pick and choose which ones they want to pursue on the TV show, because... And they'll, like, I've heard them talk about it on the newer episodes. If you want to be cast for an episode of Catfish, I'm like, well, what does that mean? Wait, like, how do you want me to be cast on this? I don't get it. So maybe, but who knows? That was a really long tangent about Catfish, so I wasn't ready to go on.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one of those things where I'm just, like, sitting there watching it, and I'm like, thinking about all this random stuff. And lucky you got you hit the vein on it. Now you got me talking about it. You're welcome. You know, the internet is a dangerous place sometimes, though. You got to be careful about what you put on there too. Yeah. Like, especially, you know, in your position, or, you know, people who are, you know, teachers, especially. A teacher in Missouri has been put on leave after school officials discovered her OnlyFans.
Yes,
yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. Here's my thing, though. Maybe pay teachers more. They won't have to go on OnlyFans. I don't know.
But also, she's not giving... If she's giving pictures to kids who are in high school, then yeah, I understand why you're putting her on leave. But if she's... Obviously, she's on OnlyFans, and you're supposed to be 18.
Yeah.
And I think you're supposed to have some kind of proof.
Yeah.
To have, like, an account on there. So, what is she really doing?
Yeah.
Like, how is that against... I know
yeah,
that...
what's
I know
the issue? Yeah.
Well, I know they're citing the morality clause for 100%.
Yeah.
The reason why they have her on leave is they're citing the morality clause. But whose morality at this point? At this day and age, whose morality are we going against?
Yeah. I think it's pretty dumb, honestly. Like, because, I mean, granted, if a school official walked into a strip club and saw one of their teachers there, they'd be like, whoa, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, this is...
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's not fucking fair. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You're not paying them enough. The state won't pay them enough.
Yep.
So they got to get extra money, and this is like an easy way for any woman to make buku bucks if they want to.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I think, you know, with AI where it's at right now, I think that if you're in a position where you're like, hey, man, I want to do this, I'm comfortable showing my body, here's what you do. You get somebody to, or you do it yourself, whatever.
Yeah.
And have put the image onto an AI program or whatever, have it change your face enough to where it's like that's not even her.
Yeah.
Maybe fuck with the color of the hair.
Change your eye color, change your hair color.
Yeah, so change your face, because there's people who have done it for, whatever, and there's, they just do, like, you only see their mouth ever or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, why not just fuck the whole, change your whole face up? This way, you're not getting, people aren't going to go, shit, that's Miss So-and-so, whatever.
Here's what I want to know, how'd they find out?
Right?
Because if it's wrong for her to be on the site selling pictures, then if an official found it, what are you doing on the site?
Right.
Like, if you can pay for porn, why can't she make it? Like,
yeah.
it just seems, I don't know, it doesn't seem fair.
The district was recently notified that an employee may have posted inappropriate media on one or more internet sites.
I know what happened.
All right.
Bear with me.
All
Some kid's dad
Oh yeah.
found her on OnlyFans, started subscribing, right? He left his tab. He left the tab open. His wife found it. His wife got mad, screenshotted a bunch of stuff, and sent it to the school district.
Honestly, that sounds like the most, plausible thing. Anyway, so here I wanted to read what she was.
Okay.
What she said, because the woman in question joined OnlyFans. She chose the site because its content is available only to people who subscribe, and thought that would be helpful in hiding her identity, right?
Right.
Because it's not just free. Like, you have to pay to get in to see the show, and that means that it's not just, you can't just search this person's face and Google will pull it up, you know what I mean? So that's why she went there. She said she didn't know how the district learned of her account, insists no content was filmed or posted while she was on school grounds, which is also where people can get murky. Like, that's an easy one. Oh, you filmed it at school, you're fucked. Like, that's a big one. She also says that she is very aware that she probably won't teach again, but was she knew the risk she was taking. She's sad about that. She misses the students, but she does not regret joining OnlyFans. So, I say more power to her.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, found her Instagram. Pretty tasteful stuff. It was all research for the podcast. I promise. I had to look it up.
It made me think of that story we covered. Probably over a year ago. Remember that teacher who was diddling herself in class on Snapchat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like that's fool.
Yeah, because you were at school and they were like, "Hey, man, can't be doing that."
Yeah, you can't.
Yep. Man. So, did you watch any football games like college football games?
No, I don't really watch college.
Okay. So, the Michigan Wolverines and the Michigan State Spartans played this weekend. A lot of controversy around the game, specifically on Michigan's side, because Michigan's coach, Michigan's coach is under fire, Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
Under fire because of an alleged sign-stealing operation where one of his assistants was going to other college football games to read signals and learn how they associate with plays being made, which is a big no-no. You can watch the game. You can watch, the game on TV. That's fine because they don't show all of that intricate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's besides the point. The wildest thing about this game is before it even started, because I don't know if you've ever been to a sporting event in the last couple years, but trying to get the crowd kind of warmed up, give them something to do. They do what like movie theaters do sometimes, where they play like little movie-related quizzes at the beginning.
Okay, I didn't know that, but all right.
Well, it's not movie-related. It's just kind of anything.
Yeah.
And they had a quiz going on. And one of the questions was asking where certain famous people were born. Like, you know, hey, do you know where X person was born? And then it pops up with the answer. A little bit of a blunder when Adolf Hitler popped up.
Where was this dude born?
Yeah,
I know this one. Austria.
I know that guy. Yeah. Got his book at home.
I got some of his paintings, dude. What are you talking
Yeah, so yeah, people were less than thrilled about that. Pretty interesting call to make. I mean, I get it. Like, it is a historical fact. Like, and maybe slightly interesting because it's like, wasn't he the Germans? And he's Austrian? What? That's weird. But then you realize that they're right next to each other, and it's not that weird. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. I think the staffer who was responsible for it was I can't remember if they were fired or not. I thought I saw something that they were fired, but Michigan State released a thing basically saying, "Hey, we didn't mean that, but we're sorry." It's really bad timing because, you know, people are really hot and cold on, you know, Israel right now, so it's, I don't know. You couldn't have picked a worse time to put that up, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know I said yeah just then, but I don't. Like, it's like he is a bad person, right?
Yeah.
But it is it is a trivia question.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really see what's so bad about it. Like, there's no, like, well, I guess there are people who say he's not a bad guy, so never mind. I don't know. Yeah. That's a rough one.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the guy should have lost his job over it. Maybe some, like, unpaid leave.
Right.
But getting
fired. I can't find that if they got fired or not.
Yeah.
So I can't confirm nor deny that. But, you know, it is in contrast to world events going on, taking place in Israel right now. You know, a little bad timing in that aspect,
I guess.
Yeah. So, also in that lane, a president of a synagogue in Detroit was murdered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way to switch that up.
Yeah. Right. So she got stabbed to death outside her home. I think it was last Saturday, not this Saturday.
Yeah.
Maybe it was this Saturday. I don't know. Anyway, she was attending a wedding on Friday, returned home, and no forced entry, but yeah. Anyway, she got stabbed to death.
Great. Way to ruin the vibe. We were just cruising along, having a good time, coking and joking, and you're like,
that's what this
more
show is.
Murder.
That's what this show is, okay? You gotta give people a little bit of, you know, knock them back a few pegs.
Yeah, is that what we gotta do? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's good. I think it's good balance in your brain. Apparently, they say that the evidence suggests that the crime was not motivated by anti-Semitism. It was just like a random stabbing, I guess. I don't know. Kind of seems unlikely, but
it really does.
Yeah. Especially like putting in together all of the things happening, but they did go out on the record and say that they're keeping a lot of things quiet on this case just because they don't want to mess it up. So maybe they're gonna find more, but anyway, yeah. Do you got your thing ready, or you want?
I do. Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
All right.
Bring the mood back up.
I don't think this is gonna bring the mood up. I think it's just gonna have us laugh about some stuff.
All right.
All right. So, am I the asshole for not letting my daughter go to a birthday party because she lied about putting on sunscreen? All right, here we go. I, 33 female, have a daughter, 10 female, who is very pale. She's a ginger, if that's any indication, and she was invited to a swimming party by her classmate. I asked her if she put on sunscreen, and she said she did, but I had a feeling she was lying, so I asked her more questions about it. which just led to more lying. I can't put it on upstairs. I put it on in the car, etc., which really upset me because she has a history of lying. I've talked to her several times throughout maybe the past 3 years about how I don't want or care if she does something bad. I just want her not to lie. Just last week, she lied about something related to school, and I talked to her again about not lying. This time, she lied. I decided to actually punish her by not letting her go to the party. I feel really bad, but at the same time, I feel like she doesn't take me seriously because I never really punish her. But also, she thinks it's because to lie so she doesn't get punished. I don't feel like I'm that harsh because the worst I've ever done was take her phone away for a day. I think I'm the asshole because I feel like it's such a small lie, but at the same time, I feel like lying about small things will eventually turn into lying about big things. So, am I the asshole for not letting my daughter go to a swim party for lying about wearing sunscreen?
Well, as a non-child producing person, I don't know. I think the mom did all right. I mean, it's a birthday party. It's not, and she's 10. Like, I don't remember most people's birthday parties from around that time. But I think it is important, you know, she's trying to send a message like, hey, man, I know you lied. This is what happens. It's, you know, and I'm assuming she had that conversation with her, like, hey, you've been lying a lot lately, and I just caught you lying again, so today we're not going to the birthday party, you know?
Yeah. I don't feel like she phrases the initial, like, you know what I mean? When she repeats herself again, am I the asshole for not letting my child go to the swimming party for lying about sunscreen? I don't think it's about the sunscreen. I think it's the lying, you know? Like, I don't think she's an asshole at all. I think you as a parent, if you notice your kid just lies to lie about things and you don't do anything to stop that, then they're going to become that person that everyone knows. Everyone knows someone in their life right now that just lies about shit for no reason.
Yeah, the most menial things. Like, why? Yeah.
So, if you phrase it as just that, like just the question, so for not letting her go because she didn't put lying about sunscreen, then yes, that would be the asshole thing. But you're sitting here saying that she just lies constantly about random stuff that doesn't matter. So to me, it sounds like this is the straw that broke the camel's back, not necessarily because of that like small of a thing.
Right. Yeah, and I'm even trying to like think about it and in my own life, like hearing the way some of my friends parent, obviously a wide array of different backgrounds for friends who are parents, but I think everybody's got their own little ways to, combat certain things, and I don't know. I feel like this isn't the most obscene thing I've ever heard. It's very like down the straight. This is exactly what you do. Like she lied about this. She lied about all this other stuff. You know what? I think maybe today I take the stand. And she's not like, she even said, I don't do that much for punishment. Like I took her phone away for one day, she said.
Yeah.
I think,
and
I think it's all right.
Yeah, I don't think it's severe at all because to a 10-year-old, it's going to seem severe.
Yeah.
But I think that'll help reinforce the wolf. If I didn't lie about it, I'd be going to the swim party right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just seems
and that conversation's going to come up again too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And maybe the kid might see it as, well, because I didn't put sunscreen on, but I'm assuming she emphasized that it was because of the lying. I would hope so.
Yeah.
Because if you take this conversation and you go, hey, yeah, well, you lied about putting sunscreen on, that's why you're not going to the party, then yeah, the kid's going to be mad and probably not going to learn a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
But if you emphasize, like, sit her down and go, hey, this is why we're not doing this, because you lied about this, you lied about that thing the other day, like, and lying has consequences, and this is one of them, so yeah, I like it.
So it makes me think of, we talked about it, my son, so I took my son to Nerfed. Remember, I think we talked about that like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I took him to Nerfed, and we were having a great time. when we went to leave, I was carrying him out, and I noticed that that his pants were a little wet, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
"Did you pee on yourself?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Well, where did that come from?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Did you just not go pee because you were having too much fun?" And he was like, I didn't pee on myself, Dad." And I was like, "All right, dude. Well, I don't have any extra clothes. You're gonna have to sit in it till we get to the house." So I stuck him in his car seat, and he was real quiet and he teared up in the back a little bit, and he was like, I did pee on myself, Dad. I'm sorry." And I was like, "I'm not mad that you peed. I'm mad that I straight up asked you, hey, did you pee on yourself?" No.
Yeah.
That you doubled down on it once I was like, hey, were you just having too much fun?
Yeah. Like the likely answer came out, and then you still were like,
yeah.
Like the understandable where you literally were like, I get it. Like, hey, you're having too much fun, couldn't go to the bathroom, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's still, yeah.
So
how old is Emmett again?
He's 7.
Okay.
You know, and so I get it. Like I wasn't mad. I was annoyed about the pee, but I wasn't mad at him. I wasn't gonna shame him for peeing, you know.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that he lied and then doubled down on the lie that I was just like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
And he apologized and he showed remorse. He was upset that he had lied.
Yeah.
I still took his Switch away, you know.
Yeah.
But I only took it away for the rest of the day, and then till after breakfast the next morning. I was like, all right, you understand you did something wrong. He was like, yeah, and then I was like, all right, cool, well, we're good.
Yeah.
But to him, taking his Switch away is serious because he doesn't know what to do without it.
Right.
So I completely agree with this chick. I don't think she's an asshole at all. On the post, funnily enough, when you pull up am I the asshole, after it's been up for a couple of days, if enough people vote one way or the other, they mark it asshole or not an asshole.
Oh, really?
And this post is marked asshole, and I was like,
really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go and read the comments on that because that's insane.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah, based off of all of that, I think she acted appropriately. Like I said, barring any if she reacted in a crazy way where she's like, "Listen here, you little piece of shit, you're not going because you didn't put sunscreen on like I asked you to," and yeah, you're kind of an ass. Well, actually, no, you're a big asshole at that point. But what about that screams asshole? I just don't understand. But I don't get it. I don't have a kid. I don't know. If you have a kid, let us know what you rate this as. If you're listening and you go, I'm gonna text Levi, don't do that.
Yeah.
Go to the YouTube, put it in the comments, because I'm not gonna do it for you. Yeah. As much as I love people texting me like, "Oh, hey, I like that thing you talked about," just go to the YouTube. Put it in, hit enter.
Yeah.
It takes half a second. So even if you are not listening on YouTube, just go there, put the comment in, move on with your life while it's in your head. Do what Kylie does, just stream a consciousness onto it. That reminds me, Devin, one of my friends, she sent me a Snapchat after, not this last episode, but the one before that, where I said that was it the UK? I said the UK should ban you.
Yeah.
She thought that shit was hilarious. But it's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's
close her up.
Let's close her out.
Close up shop.
All right, we'd like to thank our friends, the Dutch and Denver podcast, the No New Friends podcast, and the Kicking with the Kellys and the Remedy Room. Leave comments. You know what to do. Yeah.
Yeah, do all the things. Like, subscribe. Hit the bell. Little jingle.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch the show. Send it to your friends. If you don't want to give us any money, which is fine, show one friend the video. Send it. Have one friend watch it, please.
Yep.
We're doing better on YouTube. I'd like to keep it going.
Yeah. It's stickers. I forgot about the stickers.
Oh yeah, stickers earlier. Still. Yep.
Yeah. Hit me up. I'm kind of waiting on enough people to be like, all right, so I can send them all out at once.
Yeah,
but
same.
I think I'm just gonna have to do it here and there because you guys are sad. Just kidding. I'm not gonna bully you into buying stickers.
Maybe.
Unless you don't want to be cool and have a sticker, but
Or maybe you're into that. In which case,
Yeah.
fucking get it. Let's go.
yeah. All right.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.